Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, students and physics enthusiasts. We take a revisit of motion graphs such as a displacement time graph. What bits of information can we glean from this type of motion graph? Just hang on till the end of this video. Watch and learn. Referring to the displacement time graph in the figure, we assume that the body is in a straight line motion along the horizontal or x direction. What bits of information can be gleaned from this type of motion graph? The first information that we can glean from a displacement time graph is the position of the body at a given time. For example, at time t equals 5.0 seconds, what is the position or x coordinate of the body? So, to get the answer, all we need to do is read off uh, directly from the graph, right? So, uh, put your cursor at the point that corresponds to time equals 5.0 seconds, right? Notice that that point has a corresponding value for the displacement. So when you move the cursor towards the displacement axis, okay, you'll see that its value is 10 point meters. So that is the answer to our first example. The x coordinate or the position of the body, all right, has a magnitude of 10 point meters. But we emphasize that the direction of the displacement or position is that it is positive, right? Which we assume that the positive x direction, right, means that it is in the east direction, right? East of the origin. So in the graph, the origin is understood to be at position 0.0 meter and with a corresponding time of 0 seconds. Our second example is at time t equals 10 second, where is the body? All right, where is the body located relative to the origin? So that's the same as asking for the value of the x coordinate or the position of the body, right? How many meters from the origin and in what direction? So those are uh, synonymous questions. So following our graphical technique we use in our first example, put your cursor right at exactly uh, the point where time equals 10 second is located, right? So in the graph, you will notice that uh, at time 10 second, okay, corresponds to the final point of the red graph line or graph line B, right? And its corresponding displacement value, okay, can be determined by moving the cursor, all right, from that point, move your cursor to the left, and you will see that the corresponding displacement value is negative 5.0 meter. So, therefore, our answer is that x is equal to negative 5.0 meter. Or we say that at time equals 10 second, the body is located 5.0 meters west of the origin. That is the meaning of the negative sign, west of the origin. And our next uh, final example is when the time t is equal to 30 point second. By the way, uh, 30 point second simply means that the value of the time t has two significant figures, right? The digit 3 as well as the digit 0 are considered significant. So at that time, t equals 30 point second, again, we ask the question, what is the position of the body along the horizontal? Or what is the value of x? So again, using our graphical technique, locate where uh, time equals 30 point second is located in the graph, right? And you will notice that uh, that point representing time equals 30 point second, right, is at the final point of the graph line D, right? And then moving that cursor to the left, all right, the corresponding value for the displacement is, of course, equal to 0.0 meter. Therefore, our answer is that the body is located at x equals 0 meter, which means that the body, all right, at time equals 30 point second, the body is exactly at the origin. The second information that we can glean from a displacement time graph is the time interval when the body is in motion. For example, uh, for the time interval 0 to 5.0 seconds, which is represented in the graph by the graph line A. So graph line A is straight, sloping upward to the right. So this means that during this interval, 0 to 5.0 seconds, uh, the body in fact is moving, okay, with a constant positive velocity. In fact, when you compute the slope of this graph, the delta d over delta t, okay, representing the slope of the graph, okay, we have quantity 10 meter minus 0 divided by quantity 5.0 second minus 0. So when you do our math, we find the value of the slope delta d over delta t equal to positive 2.0 meters per second. This simply means that the body is moving with a constant magnitude of the velocity, okay, 2.0 meter per second. And it is heading towards the positive x direction, okay, which we assume to be the eastward direction. Okay, this slope represents the body's average velocity during the time uh, 0 to 5.0 seconds. Our second example is for a time interval uh, 5.0 seconds to 10 seconds. And in the graph, this corresponds to, or is represented, I should say, by graph line B, the one in red. So this graph line is also straight, which suggests that the value of its slope is constant. And it is sloping downward to the right. So we expect that the sign of our slope is negative. To show that, we have delta d over delta t, or that is equal to quantity negative 5.0 meter. This is the final displacement, right? Minus the initial displacement, which is 10 meter, and then divided by the time interval, um, final time interval, which is 10 seconds minus the initial time of 5.0 seconds. So doing our math, we get the value of the slope equal to negative 3 meters per second in one significant figure. So this means that the body's average velocity, okay, within this time interval 5.0 to 10 seconds, its average velocity is negative 3 meters per second, which also means that the body is now constantly moving uh, at a speed of 3 meters per second, but this time it is heading westward. Okay, that's why it is negative. That is uh, towards the negative x-axis. The third time interval, uh, where the body is in motion, is from 25 seconds to 30 point seconds. And this is represented by graph line D. So just like graph line A, graph line D is also straight and sloping upward to the right. Computing the slope of graph line D, we get delta D, which is 0 meter minus negative 5.0 meter, divided by delta T, or 30.2 minus 25 seconds. So when we do our math, we get the slope of graph line D equal to positive 1 meter per second in one significant figures. So this means that the average velocity of the body from 25 seconds to 30 point seconds is equal to positive 1 meter per second, which means that the body also has a constant uh, magnitude of velocity equal to 1 meter per second, and it is moving towards the positive x direction, or that is eastward with respect to the origin. Now, there is a time interval represented by graph line C, right? That is from 10 point seconds to 25 seconds. During this time interval, the body is described to be motionless. It is stationary, right? So only graph lines A, B, and D uh, represent time intervals where the body is considered in motion. The third information we can glean from a displacement time graph is the instantaneous velocity of the body. For example, at time t equals 0 second, what is the instantaneous velocity of the body? All right. The point in the graph corresponding to t equals 0 is still part of graph line A, right? So the instantaneous velocity at exactly t equals 0 is equal to the average velocity of the body from 0 to 5.0 seconds, or what is represented by graph line A, right? So, um, using the slope of graph line A, we can determine the instantaneous velocity at time equals 0, which is just equal to any instant as long as the time falls under graph line A, right? So for example, from 0 to 5.0 seconds, we can determine the average velocity. That is, quantity 10 point meter minus 0 divided by quantity 5.0 second minus 0. That is the instantaneous velocity, okay, or the average velocity equals positive 2.0 meters per second, right? Which means that at the starting time, t equals 0, okay, we can imagine that the body is already moving uh, with a speed equal to 2.0 meter per second, and it is heading towards eastward. And within the 5.0 second interval, the body maintains this speed or velocity, positive 2.0 meter per second. Our second example is at an instant t equals 20 point second, what is the instantaneous velocity of the body? So the time t equals 20 point second actually falls within the graph line C, right? And graph line C, uh, as we have described earlier, is straight, but it is horizontal. And we said that the slope of any horizontal graph line in a displacement time graph suggests that its slope, all right, its slope or the average velocity of the body must be equal to zero, right? So just to show, uh, we have using the slope of graph line C. Okay, and since uh, the instant 20 seconds, okay, falls within that graph line, okay, the value of that instantaneous velocity must also be equal to uh, the average velocity represented by graph line C. So choosing the time interval um, 15 seconds to 25 seconds, right? We find the average velocity equal to quantity negative 5.0, okay, minus negative 5.0 meter divided by the corresponding time, right? Negative 5 negative 5 point 0 meter, right? Here it is, negative 5.0 corresponding to uh, the time 25 seconds. And then 15 seconds is the time corresponding to the displacement, right? Negative 5.0 meter as well, right? So graph line C, notice, has constant value for the displacement, whether we're talking about the initial displacement or the final displacement. It's the same, negative 5.0 meter. That is why our final answer for the slope, which represents the average velocity within the time interval, 15 seconds to 25 seconds, is in fact equal to zero. And that simply means that the body is motionless. It is stationary from 10 point seconds to 25 seconds, including at that instant t equals 20 point second. And our Next, information that we can glean from a displacement time graph, of course, is the distance traveled by the body, or it's what we call uh, net displacement, right? Which we're going to elaborate in just a short while. We determine the total distance traveled by the body from time equals 0 to time equals 30 point seconds. We simply uh, determine the absolute value of the change in the position represented by each graph line. So for graph line A, the distance traveled by the body is equal to 10 point meters, right? Because the change in position is uh, from 0 meter to 10 point meters, right? And for graph line B, right, the distance traveled by the body is equal to 15 meters. And this is represented by graph line B. So in graph line B, uh, the first part of the motion is uh, from time 5.0 to somewhere between 7 and 8.0 seconds, right? So this is a change in position of negative 10, right? And then from 7.5 seconds to 10 point seconds, okay, the body also has a change in position equal to negative 5.0. But taking only the magnitude of the positions, we have a total of 10 point meter plus 5.0 meters. So that is equal to 15 meters. In graph line C, there is no distance traveled since the body is stationary or motionless. Finally, in graph line D, represented by the time interval 25 seconds to 30 seconds, right? So the magnitude of the change in the position is also equal to 5.0 meters. So adding this uh, distances represented by each graph line, we have a total of 30 point meters, okay, which represents the total distance traveled by the body, okay, from start to finish, or from 0 second to 30 point second. For the net displacement of the body with respect to the origin, we take uh, the change in the position represented by each graph line, but this time we already consider the sign of the change in position. So uh, for graph line A, all right, the magnitude of the change in position is 10-point-meter, and the sign is positive. In other words, the displacement of the body, all right, during the first 5.0 seconds is equal to positive 10-point-meters. And for graph line B, the displacement is negative 15 meters, right? From 5.0 seconds to 10 point seconds, all right? The what we call change in the position for the first part is negative 10 point meter, and for the second part it is negative 5. So for a total of negative 15 meters, that is the displacement. And for graph line C, there is no displacement, all right, because the body is said to be motionless or stationary. And lastly, for graph line D, the net displacement or the displacement during this time interval, 25 seconds to 30 seconds, 30 point seconds, is positive 5.0 meters, right? So when we add all of these displacements, we get the net displacement equal to 0 meter. A zero net displacement, all right, seems to suggest that the body hasn't moved from the origin. It doesn't move at all, right? But in fact, it has traveled a certain total distance, all right, earlier computed, okay, equal to 30 point meters. But during the same time interval, the net displacement is 0. So you see here the big difference between the meaning of total distance traveled by the body and its total displacement for the same time interval. And that concludes our tutorial for this topic. Mabuhay. Till the next episode. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for your indulgence. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.